Hi, I'm Kay. I am 8 years old. I am fearfully and wonderfully made. I am confident and I can do anything I put my mind to. I am smart and nobody can make me feel less than. With God in my life, all things are possible. My grandma Sweetie taught me that since I was a baby. She would hold me in her arms and repeat those words over and over. As I got older, she would have me look in the mirror and say them to myself. Every day, I picked something I liked about myself. Today, I am spending the day with Sweetie and Pops. We are going to have so much fun. My mom and dad have to work, so I get to have Sweetie all to myself. Pops will be there too, but he likes working outside. He's always cutting the grass, trimming trees, or fixing things around the yard. The closer we get to their house, the more excited I become. I can hardly sit still. My mom noticed my hands pressed against the car window. Kay, I know you're excited, but girl, get your hands off my window, she said. I quickly pulled my hands away. By the way, my mom's name is Lanice. She is a scientist. She helps create products for African American hair and skin. I like to wear my hair in a puff ball. Washing my hair takes a long time because it's so thick, but mom always takes her time. The products she created make my hair easier to manage, and they smell really good too. I have to work late tonight, so you'll be staying over at Sweetie and Pop's house, Mom said. Yay! I shouted. Just make sure you're on your best behavior. I will, Mommy, I promised. The truth is, in Sweetie's eyes, I could do no wrong. She always had my back. Whenever Mom got upset with me, Sweetie would say, "Leave my baby alone." Mom would throw her hands in the air and say, "Ma, you can't keep spoiling her like that." And Sweetie would smile and say, "I said leave her alone, Niecy." That always made me smile because I knew Sweetie was on my side. We finally arrived. As soon as the car stopped, I jumped out and raced up the steps. Pop was sitting on the porch waiting for us. "Stop running before you fall," Mom yelled as she followed behind me. I ignored her warning and ran straight into Pop's arms. "Hello, my grandbaby," he said with a smile. Then he looked at Mom. "Niecy, stop fussing at my baby. She's excited." "Yeah, well, if she trips and falls, y'all are going with her to the ER, Mom joked. After giving Pop a big hug, I hurried through the front door. "Sweetie," I shouted. I followed the delicious smell of breakfast coming from the kitchen. The aroma of bacon, eggs, and French toast filled the air. Sweetie turned around just as I wrapped my arms around her waist. She bent down and covered my face with kisses. "My baby came to spend the day with me," she said. "Come here, let me look at you." She gently held my shoulders and stepped back. She did this every single time she saw me. "Now spin around," I twirled in a circle. "Oh my goodness," she exclaimed. "You're prettier and taller than the last time I saw you. I bet you're smarter too." She tapped her chin as if she were thinking hard. "Let's see, how much is 5 times 10? I grinned. "Oh, hold on. Don't forget, hold up 5 fingers. And you know each finger is 10. I held up my hand and counted. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. It's 50. "That's my girl," Sweetie said, holding up her hand. "Give me a high five." Smack. "Hey, Ma, how are you?" Mom asked. "I'm good, Niecy. How are you doing today?" "I am wonderful." "How's work going?" "I know you were working on a new product." "It's coming along well. I'm making sure everything is balanced to create a safe, inexpensive product for people." "If anybody can do it, you can," Sweetie said proudly. Mom sniffed the air. "It smells good in here. Can I take a plate to go?" "Already packed. 1 breakfast plate for now and a club sandwich for later." Mom leaned over and kissed Sweetie on the cheek. "Thank you, Ma. I have to go before I'm late." She hugged me and kissed my forehead. "Love you, Kay." "I love you too, Mommy." As Mom headed out the door, Sweetie smiled at me. "Are you ready for your breakfast?" "Yes, I am starving, Sweetie." "Well, I can't let my baby starve on my watch. Go get Pops and tell him breakfast is ready." "Okay." I ran to the front door, but Pops was no longer on the porch. "Pops!" I yelled. "Pops!" No answer. I walked around to the back of the house and spotted him in the garage. Pops called it his man cave. He had a television, a refrigerator, a couch, and a recliner out there. He was sitting in the recliner, reading the newspaper while listening to his radio. He turned toward me as I ran to the doorway. "Pops!" Sweetie said, "Come eat breakfast." "Oh, she did," he said, folding his newspaper and standing up. I grabbed his hand as we walked back toward the house. "What did Sweetie fix?" "Bacon, sausage, eggs, French toast, and coffee for you." His eyes lit up. "I can't wait." "Me either," I said. My Sweetie was the best cook ever. Everything she made tasted like it took a long time to make and was made with love. When we reached the kitchen, our plates were already waiting for us on the table. Don't forget to wash your hands, Sweetie reminded us before we sat down. I had brought my tablet with me, but electronics weren't allowed at the table. Sweetie always said mealtime was when families checked on one another. After we washed our hands, Pop said a prayer and we began eating. So, Sweetie said, how have you been doing in school? I immediately wished she hadn't asked. Lately, school wasn't a place I enjoyed going. My grades were good, but there was a girl who kept being mean to me. Suddenly, I wasn't hungry anymore. I pushed my food around my plate. Sweetie noticed right away. What's going on at school, Kay? I knew she was serious because she called me Kay instead of Sweetie Pie. Across the table, Pops was waiting for my answer, too. Well, I said softly, there's this girl named Nina. She keeps picking on me. Sweetie rubbed my back. What does she say about you? She calls me stupid and says I need to miss a few meals. Pop sat up straighter. Do I need to go to that school and talk to the teacher? Calm down, Tony, Sweetie said gently. Kay is already upset. Then she turned back to me. Honey, what do I tell you to say every day? I looked down at my plate. That I'm beautiful and smart. Yes, Sweetie said. Because you are. What matters most isn't what other people think about you. It's what you think about yourself. Pops nodded. I remember when I was in school, I had a bully too. I looked up, surprised. You had a bully? Sure did, Pops said. My daddy told me to say, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. Sweetie shook her head. That's so not true. No, it wasn't, Pops admitted. When I told my bully, Lenny Green, that little saying, he laughed and pushed me right into the mud. My mouth fell open. I couldn't believe someone had bullied Pops. He was always the hero in every story. What did you do, Pops? I asked.